This is the Halloween Horror Nights. Hi.
It was like, I don't know what was so good about it when, like me and Nick are in this HHN Facebook group, and we was running down the house that we liked and what we didn't like, and when we shitted on Goblin's feeds, everybody was just coming for our heads like, they shit on us. They shit on us. And I'm like,
can I see
what? It's terrible. But for something like that was like the HHN has a comedy house every year that they choose, and now it's a comedy house. I'm like, yeah, that was definitely a comedy house, but it was bad. But like I did not like it. The comedy didn't like resonate with me because I'm a funny ass dude, and I just did not like it. It was overrated by a lot of people. It was hyped up by a lot of people, and they still liked it, but it was too overrated by my standards.
Bro, she's about to fight you.
It's okay, Kate is gonna probably drop a bombshell, I already know.
Okay, alright, so an underrated house for me that should be in the top 5 of all time is Hell Block Horror. So that house, it captured the essence of what a full-blown chaotic prison ride is. And on top of that, all the actors from top tier. From every corner. Boom, 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 boom. And an overrated house, 2022's original Halloween house. I don't want to fight.
I had some good scares in that one,
Yeah, well, so look, there were some good scares in there, but the problem is all the Michaels were under 6 feet.
Well, you know, they gotta get the actors.
And they were moving too fast. Michael moved at his own pace. So it's
Was
just,
that last room where all of the Michaels were and you didn't know which one was real or which one was fake? I swear I like almost got on the floor. Like army crawled out of there. I was so scared. It was good.
like Joanna when she sees clowns.
Alright.
Thank you for the hearts, guys.
My most underrated house at Horror Nights is from a few years ago, Fiesta de Chupacabra.
Oh, wow.
That house had some of the most awesome detail that I've seen in the HHN house. It is up there with the previously mentioned Dead Man's Pier and Blood Moon. Like, it was just cool. It was something different, and it was a Latin village that had, gone amok, and it had a really cool storyline. And that line was consistently at like 10 to 15 minutes, which meant nobody was going. And I feel like that one was definitely overlooked. Now, overrated, I have two. And the first one is The Last of Us. I don't think it should have been a haunted house. I think Horror Nights tries to get experimental. Being experimental is not a problem, but every action film and kind of post-apocalyptic thing cannot be a haunt. And I just felt like going through, because we went to Hollywood that year, and going through it, it didn't drive for me. Now the other one for me was Major Sweeps. I didn't enjoy that one. I didn't enjoy that one at all. It's something about like a candy factory that's supposed to be terrifying. It just didn't pull me. I still respect the actors in there and everything. No discredit to them, because if anybody acts in a hunt, then you know that do 8+ hours in a hunt where you have thousands of people coming past you is not for everybody. But that would be the house for me.
I would say for me, the most underrated house, well, I guess one of them, to me, was the Tooth Fairy house. I thought that one was, I don't know if it's because you and I work with teeth and we're in the teeth business, but I just, we work at dental offices. Anyway, I just thought like the way that you entered it and they told you the story about Timmy and like what happens with their teeth, and you go through and there's these little like demon fairy things taking people's teeth out, and it was gory and creepy, and I liked it. I don't know.
That was
So
a
for
dope
me,
house.
yeah, I thought that was a good one. And then I would say overrated. Sorry, but I thought A Quiet Place was really overrated. I
loved it.
I thought the
I loved it.
animatronics were cool. I
loved it.
thought the
I loved it.
animatronics were cool, but like, it just wasn't doing it for me. I don't know, like, I don't think I saw them enough, or like, you know, you want to try to be quiet because you don't want to get them to come after you, but at the same time, I'm like, I want to be loud because I want to see these guys. So it was super, I don't know, I didn't really know how to navigate that house, and it was underwhelming to me, sadly.
I will say, real quick,
Go ahead.
about A Quiet Place. The first time that we went through with a group of people that understood the storyline of A Quiet Place.
Right.
And they didn't say shit the whole time. Like, everybody was quiet, and it felt like we were in the movie, and I think that's why I really did end up liking that house. But we went through again around 11 o'clock that night, and there was an entire group of high school kids in front of us, and they ruined it. Right? And they ruined it. So I definitely give it a percent.
Yeah.
I mean, this is hard because I feel like, again, because we don't live in Florida, we only get to go there maybe, 2 or 3 times of the event. And you do have the unfortunate experience sometimes where you go through a house and you don't get a good run. Where the stairs aren't set up where they're supposed to be, the actor's not in the spot where they're supposed to be, or somebody right in front of the group in front of you, they're getting all the scares. You're kind of seeing it, but they're not getting you. So it kind of does affect your opinion on houses, because like for Insidious, like I wanted to love that so much because I like that franchise and that movie is terrifying, but that house to me was so underwhelming because it was like a ghost town in there. Like I didn't see anything. I'm like, where is this guy? Like the lipstick face demon or whatever his name
You got
is.
me.
Yeah, so he's going, and it does make it different for everyone when you go in. I would say A Quiet Place again, but I'm not familiar with those movies. I also didn't, overrated to me, I'd say Exorcist Believer.
Oh.
We'll ruffle some
I
feathers,
can see
because,
that though.
I don't know, it didn't really do anything for me. I wanted it to, and it just was like, oh, okay.
I do want to say something about that.
She said, let me take the mic.
Well, real quick, I think it was disappointing that in the movie, like, it didn't have that, like, crazy demon creature that was in the house. So when I saw the movie, I was expecting to see it at the end. Right. Right, but I didn't see, was it in the movie? Oh, okay, well, I must have fell asleep or something.
I was proud.
Yeah, I was like, come on, like, that was so cool.
And then underrated, this is a silly one. I loved, where is it? It's on my list. It was Dueling Dragons, Choose Thy Fate.
Oh.
It is, I think it's underrated. People slept on it, I think. It wasn't the scariest thing in the world, but we love D&D, we're a bunch of nerds. And it's a throwback to the old roller coaster that was at Islands of Adventure. Choose your path, which dragon you wanted to, side with. And it was that same sort of story. It was a fantasy house. It wasn't so much horror, and that's what I did. Again, this is just a personal preference, but it was really cool that you did get to choose your path, and it made it very interactive. And the costumes in that thing were
So cool,
crazy.
yeah.
It just felt so immersive. They all do, but that one just really struck a chord with me because I do love fantasy, and again, that's why I love Goblin Beasts so much.
Yeah.
Because it took me right into that D&D world of like, there's orcs and ogres and monsters and goblins, and that's where I was at.
And we're
I get it, yeah, and like wizard, like I love that shit.
Yeah.
So that was for me. I'm like, this is great, and everyone was like, that sucks. I'm like, oh, okay. But everybody has their opinion.
Okay. If you could add one half to Haunted Horror Night, what would you add?
Easy. start already? Okay.
Go the other way.
Well, I'm a huge Evil Dead fan. I know that they did an Ash versus Evil Dead house in Orlando, and they did do the newest Evil Dead movie, Evil Dead Rise, right? They did that in Hollywood. Again, I've never gone to the Hollywood event. I love TV cars. And Evil Dead is my favorite horror franchise, and I just want it. I need it. Please, anyone who's listening, they need to do that for me. That would be like how you're super excited to see Jason. Like that's my franchise, and I need it. That's it.
Oh man, you guys might need to skip me for a second. I need to think about it.
For me, this would be something a little different, but I really would love for them to do a house about the true lore behind voodoo and Creole culture. I really want a house that's going to take you into the mind of a Riverbow and talk about that, just that lore of voodoo. Scares the shit out of me. Don't put my name in a jar, but like, I love that Southern Creole and French Canadian culture, and I think that there's a lot of haunted history behind that we have yet to tap into. And I feel that if there was going to be an event that would do it, it should be organized because the details are going to be there. The Mardi Gras tribute store this year was super immersive. So I feel like if a store can be immersive where we're just buying merch and Magic House, I think that would be really cool.
All right, so for me, hear me out. A Harry Potter house based solely on the Death Eaters. Like, do you see what they look like? Do you see what they can do? They are looking. So yes, I think a house based solely on Death Eaters. That house, 8-hour wait time immediately.
Now, I would say it's honestly a house that everybody's really asking for, and that's a Scream house. And it was supposed to be, if you know that it was supposed to be at HHN 25, but all of the, Miramax wanted to push the TV series, so they want, and that, the house was supposed to be based off the first Scream movie, or at least 1 or 2, or whatever, but they wanted to push the show, and so Universal was trying to push back or whatever, so I just want
Thank you for the likes. This is awesome.
So,
If you guys want to check this out, come down to Ghouliecon. It's at the Southgate Revival House in downtown Covington, Kentucky.
I would like to see an extraterrestrial house. I would like to see more aliens and like creepy, like maybe not necessarily the Aliens franchise, which I love though, so that'd be sweet. But it'd be cool to see them do an original concept that's some sort of extraterrestrial story. I think that'd be sweet. Also, to kind of piggyback on the last question, I think they need to redo a Chucky house. I feel like the Chucky house was, it just needs to be redone. I think like that was an underwhelming one for us, and we wanted it so bad to be top tier because we love Chucky. Fun fact, I used to hate Chucky. I was so scared of him, but we're looking forward to that house. So I just want them to, I want them to redo it, and I want them to do it better. Yeah, for real. Yeah.
How would you describe Halloween Horror Night to a friend that's never been or think about going?
I would describe HHN to somebody as just an event where you can basically be around the people that love the same things as you do. Or you can be introduced into this this environment where there are top tier houses, there's top tier merch, food, drinks, and just an overall experience, even the entertainment, because Nightmare Fuel is a really great show. Yeah. And I had the distinct privilege of talking to a parent of one of the performers, and they were saying that every year they really try to push the envelope of what they try to do, and it's just a overall great experience for them, and it's the acts that they pull off are simply amazing, and so that's how I would describe HHN as somebody is truly a one of a kind experience that anyone, if you're not a horror fan, should at least enjoy once in their lifetime.
So the greatest way that I can describe an HHN experience is, I would say, like going to Vans Warped Tour, for example. There's going to be some things that you really love. There's going to be some things that you're not so fond of. You can eat. You can definitely get drunk if you want to. You're going to spend a lot of money also. But at the end of the day, it's all worth it because you get to, like Craig said, you get to be around people who love the same thing. For some of us, you'll either be there alone or you'll be there with the people you care about the most. Nick abandoned me a couple years ago to go to LA. It's okay, I made friends when I was down there alone. Yep, that's it, that's the point. I made friends and I didn't know that I would. So if you have never been to HHN, I would say plan early and don't think that you can just walk up to the gate and get tickets because your entire trip will be ruined. So yes, or come with us in September.
I would say Fright Fest on steroids. I would say that Horror Nights is an experience. To piggyback off what you guys said, you're going to meet a lot of people. You're going to be able to party and get scared and go to these haunted houses, but there's also opportunities to network. Whereas, especially if you're in content creation, you're always looking for a way to make a connection. You can always meet some people. You can always learn from different people. I think Gertie went one year and met a couple of people on the acting team and things like that and was able to make a connection. So that would be my big thing. Always be looking for the network opportunity, but it's an experience, man. Go down there, plan ahead. We know that not most of us just live in Orlando, so plan ahead, but make sure you get down there and experience. Take it all in, take your time, do a couple of days. If you're able to squeeze it, it's worth it.
I would say that it's a horror fan's playground. Like, it really is. Not only do they have the attractions that you can go on, I mean, we don't usually do that just because the houses are the main attraction, the scare zones. I mean, like you guys were saying, and Kate and I say a lot in our podcast, is that planning when you go to the theme parks is key. You want to be able to plan your time there so that you're not wasting time, and you also have a time to plan for that is to just chill and feel the vibes. Some people, want to go and get things done, which I'm like that in many ways. So express pass all the way, unlimited if you can. But there's something to be said about a night or two where you're just chilling in the scare zones and seeing what the actors do and appreciating the vibes that Universal puts out, because it's immaculate. Like, it's always so fun just to sit with your blinky cup and watch the actors scare people in the scare zones and look at the things around you. Like, it's just, there's so much to appreciate when you go to these events. And it's so hard not to want to go slow in the houses because I just want to take everything in. There's so much to look at. It's incredible. And it's definitely like a more adult environment. It's different than like Disney's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which is it's super cute and fun. It's its own thing. But again, you really want to plan so that you can make the most of your time and enjoy it, because you're going to be standing pretty much all night. You're on your feet. You want to be able to enjoy every minute that you can. So planning is key, but it is a playground. It is so much fun, but you got to take the time to appreciate it.
I mean, and I know you were saying it's not the most family-friendly
thing in the world, but we do see families there. You do see kids there, and I'm for it. If the kids are into it, like great. And I think that's really cool that it can be an event for everyone. I know they kind of advertise it as like, what is it, 13? They're like 13 and up or something, which, you know, I've seen little kids in there and they're having a great time, and I love that. It really is, it's a feast for the eyes, for the senses. Like I said, it's an experience. Even if you're not a huge horror buff, you don't want the jump scares, you don't have to have them. Like, you can literally just walk around, you can drink, you can eat, you can watch the shows, you can watch other people get scared. Like and if you do want to get scared, yeah, obviously you're gonna get scared. There literally is something for everyone, and I always recommend, like you guys said, to go as many times as you can, because going into a house one time, you'll have a different experience the next time, and every night is different. Or you can start to kind of develop relationships with the scare actors in some of the scare zones. Like, you kind of notice that the same guy is playing Major Sweets every night, right? And then you might develop like a little bit. It's kind of fun. They might recognize you, and it makes it kind of more of a personal experience, which is really fun.
This is gonna be my last question. What do you think about them adding a Terrifier house?
So, the Terrifier announcement, as many of you know, was the worst kept secret in the business. And, you know, it was only a matter of time for them to announce it. And credit to Damien Leone and the crew, because they took this small indie film, and it blew up and got popular to the point where a major company like Universal and a big event like HHN is so interested in just taking your idea and translating it into a house. And so I'm very excited, and John Murdy has said it's based on all 3 films, so I'm pretty much looking forward to how they translate all the kills and the torture.
Thank you for the likes, everybody. Enjoying the show here at Ghouliecon.
I personally believe that this is going to be the most violent house that Universal has ever created. Like, if you've seen even just the last one, he killed the whole family in the first 10 minutes, including the kids. So I don't believe that they're going to dumb it down or anything. I believe that you will get wet. And I believe that some people will be traumatized after walking out. Joy?
I'm going to go in a different direction with my answer. I'm excited, but they can say that it's going to be the goriest house that Universal has ever done all they want. I don't believe it until I see it. We've seen this happen before. We've seen houses be promoted as like, this is the one that will never be topped, and then we come out on the other end and we're like, what happened? And so it's the Chucky effect, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna say that I'm worried. I do think that Terrifier is a property that you can't really mess it up to. You have to be intense with it, but I do think that expectations are very high, and I feel like if it's off even by a second, I think people could be disappointed. So we'll see what happens. I'm still excited though, don't get me wrong, I'm excited, but I gotta see it first.
I would say I'm really excited. I'm interested to see how they're going to play it, because to me, even though, you know, the Terrifier movies are super gory, like, they're beyond, like, it's just crazy. But Art the Clown is a comedian. His whole bit is satire. Like, he'll come out, he'll do something murderous and terrifying and nasty, and he'll just have that shit-eating grin. And it's funny, like, it's when I watch the movies, it's so funny. You watch him do something horrible, and then he just does his little bit, and you just can't help but be like, oh my god, he's hilarious. So it's gonna be interesting how they play it off. Like, yeah, they gotta have a good casting. Like, I definitely wanna see Art the Clown jump out at me with his little honker and go, and I know I'll freak out. But it'll be cool to kind of see, like, the balance between the goriest house they've ever done to his quirkiness and his personality, because I want to see that too, because that's part of the whole Terrifier franchise. So I'm interested to see how that plays out, so I'm excited.
Yeah, IP houses are like, I don't know, they're hit or miss with me. I'm so picky about it because technically they are kind of, you have a blueprint, right? You have the movie, the show, or whatever to follow to T. So you know what you're gonna see. Ooh, that sounds like I'm a hater, because I am. So to me, again, the Terrifier franchise is not my favorite. So to me, again, the Terrifier franchise is not my favorite. I'm sorry, everyone. So we know what to expect, sort of thing. So it doesn't do much for me. I'm sorry, guys.
You're being honest.
There are other, like I'm always way more excited for the original concept houses. I know I'm just saying this, so I want an Evil Dead house, but it's just because that's my favorite movie in particular. But for Terrifier, yeah, those movies make me uncomfortable. So yeah, I don't know. I'm scared. I don't want to see the rat in the tube. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to see that, guys.
I do. I definitely do.
And also, like, I know it's coming, so I'm also kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, there's that scene from the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's fun to see, like, it'll be interesting to see how they do it. Like, practical effects are something that you and I really love. So it's cool to see it done in a haunt and what do they do when it's not movie magic? Like, how do they put it out there for us to see? So, we'll have to see. Exactly.
Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised and you'll hear about it later.
Maybe. Anyway, does anyone in the crowd have any questions they'd like to ask these people? Come up here.
Let's go.
What would you say is the most challenging part of your work with HHN, and what is the most fun?
Good question.
I can
You go ahead and start, Kate.
I always think as a content creator in the theme park spaces, it's always tough to find a balance between creating content and also enjoying it for what it is. And that's something Kate and I always talk about, that we want to stay true to just enjoying the event and not always making it about the next big video that we can put out or whatever. Which is fun to do. Like, as a content creator, that is still so much fun. But it is also good to find the balance of let's really enjoy this event too, and not make it all about the next thing that we can put out there. Enjoy this event too, and not make it all about the next thing that we can put out there.
Something I will say, a negative part about it would probably be the fact that, not just HHN people as a whole, but this is just the theme park industry in general, because everyone wants a piece of the pie.
That's true.
And not everybody is friendly. So, they want their fair share all to themselves. They're not all about, sharing. So I would say not everybody not being on one accord with that. That's kind of the difficulty about that, unfortunately. But the fun aspect is actually being out there. You yourself enjoy what you do, and on the other hand, you're being around people that want to share and want to collaborate with you, and in the end, that's what this is all about, just having fun and enjoying yourself.
Alright, so to piggyback off of what Aaron said, I struggle with this every time we go. I really want to get this footage, but at the same time, I just paid $500+ to be here, and I only have 2 to 3 days to do it. So I end up not recording anything, just enjoying it. But then by the time we leave, I'm like, oh, nigga, I don't have nothing. And I'm more excited to see Nightmare Fuel than anything. So I'm like, bro, you got some extra footage for me? But like you said, the positive is that I can just be in the environment with people who love the same thing.
For me, I would say Craig and I just started a podcast called Dead Man's Mic, and it's all about Halloween Horror Nights, and it is a tribute to Dead Man's Beer, one of our favorite houses. And the hardest part, and we have only been in existence since like late April, and it was just an idea where I called Craig and I was just like, hey, we're doing a podcast now. And he was like, oh, are you serious? Like, yeah, we're gonna do a
Thank you for the
podcast.
gifts.
The hardest part is finding a balance between having fun and also just remaining stagnant on trying to grow. We are in a community now where there are so many content creators about theme parks and everything. You don't want it to be competition. You want to be family with everybody. But like Craig said, people can be very, they're not friendly. So it's trying to find who's genuine and be cool with them, trying to remain genuine yourself. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to get a message from like Universal and feel like we made it, and then after we do whatever they want us to do, then we come back and we're not genuine, we forget where we came from, Like that's really hard. It's always a challenge. So looking for the networking opportunities are always great, but like you guys were saying, you paid all this money to be here, you want to be in the moment, so it's just hard. And then the positive part is just truly just being at that event. It's just amazing.
All right, guys, the phone is dying. I'm so sorry. We're going to have to head back downstairs, but thank you so much for joining. We will be back live on Ghouliecon 2025.